Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be a repair slash conversion video. This is a Gallagher M800. The customer wants us to convert it to a battery powered unit, and there's only a few ways of doing this really. It really depends on the model and the brand and what's available, what we can do, etc., etc. But anyway, it's a Gallagher M800 plug-in AC model, and we're going to try to convert it to either a B1200 Gallagher or a B1600 Gallagher. I've got both boards on hand, so we're going to do one or the other. I'll talk to the customer which way they want to go, because the price is different, because the boards are, cost different. So either way, it's going to be a lot stouter of a unit. It's going to go from a 8 joule stored to either 12 joule stored or 16 joule stored, and we have to change out some capacitors as well to make it a stouter unit as well to go along with those boards. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to convert this old style M800 into a old style battery unit. All right, I don't know if this thing works or not. I'm just gonna plug it in, and we'll see. I mean, if it works, hey, great. We got some spare parts. No, it doesn't work anyways. Ooh, some stuff rolling around the inside. So I kind of remember talking to the guy before he sent this off, but I don't remember the whole conversation. But he wants us to convert it to a battery power, and it's gonna be cheaper to do that than it is to go out and buy a new one. A new battery powered unit by Gallagher, or a dual powered, whatever they want to call it. That's AC or DC. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, well, there's the capacitor, old as the hills, and we're going to test it. It looks pretty wore out, but that's, color is one thing, but testing it and seeing what it actually reads, that will tell us real quick what issue, or what, if that capacitor is any good or not. And if it's good, I'm going to keep it. If it's no good, I'm just going to throw it in the trash. Okay, this is a 40 microfarad. It's going to go across here to here. There's 36.5. That's not bad. Looks kind of wore out, hot, but maybe because of where the building that it was sitting in. Maybe it was in a cabinet and couldn't breathe, got too hot. But the capacitor is still in good shape. I mean, 36 out of 40 is not bad. I'll keep it as a spare part, save somebody some money down the line for somebody. Alright, so we're going to take this zip tie out of here. So our issue probably with this one is probably our board's bad. And we can fix that board, but he wants to convert to a 12 volt, so we're just going to get this board out of here for now. We don't need it. Someone has tinkered on it, done some kind of work to it. Alright. Okay, here's the board we're going to try. We're going to try this board first. This is a B1200 board. And I've also got a B1600 board. Yeah, it's been worked on by somebody else. I can see there's a new diode up there. So I'll start unplugging the wires. We're going to take this cord out, and we're going to put a new cord. We're going to put a red and black 12 volt type cord on there for him, so that way he knows what's positive and negative. So we're going to do that. We're going to pull the strain gauge out, or stress, I don't know what the hell they call it. This thing here to hold it broke. Take that cord off. The cord's in good shape, so we'll keep that for a spare part for something. And I've got a roll of black and red cable. We'll probably give them like 6 foot. That should be plenty. Or 2 meters, however you guys want to say it. Alright, we're going to split that apart a little bit. And I'm going to put it in here, but I need to get another little thing. So let me go see if I've got another one of those little... I could probably reuse this one, but it did break. So there's a little clip that holds it together, but the overall shape of it's pretty good. But let me go see if I got a new one just to see. Alright, yep, I've gotten right there. Alright, so like this, hardest thing I'm going to have with this is the wiring. I got to get the wiring straight on that because I don't have it all memorized. 110 volt units on these 800. I worked on hundreds of thousands of them, and I've got all that memorized, but these 12 volts I don't. So we're gonna, because I know the negative goes up here somewhere. I got to be able to reach that, so we're gonna give a little bit of extra length there, and then I gotta take this little thing and get on there. God, what is your problem? There. Stress relief. I don't know what the hell they call it. Why won't you go onto yourself? What is wrong with you? There. Being stubborn, stupid thing. Alright, this should be right about there. Should be good. So now we're going to squeeze that, put that in this little hole. Alright, so this is a little bit thinner, so we've got to put something in there to kind of fatten it up a little bit. Give me just a second here. I need to find just need to find something that will cushion up inside there a little bit. Let's pick this piece of wad of paper here. I'm going to put that right there. See if that will take up enough of the space to allow it to fatten up some. It's not... Okay, there, that's better. Now it's staying in a little hole there. So, wad of paper did its job for us, what we're going to use it for. Alright, so let's unplug these wires, because these all got to come out, and some of them we'll reuse, some of them we won't. And some of them have to go in different spots. Alright, so I believe the first wire is going to go there, so positive. I'm going to clean up those two tabs right there because they got some corrosion on them. I'll help I plug it in. Alright, let's wire strippers out. We're going to get a couple of female spade connectors. And we'll strip off both the positive and negative. Positive's going to go there. I believe it goes there. And I don't think the fifth one's being used, so if we need to, we can get rid of that fifth one. I think the first four are what's used in the 12 volt units. The fifth one is usually blank, it's not even there, but I think the negative for the 12 volt goes on the fourth one. All right, and these two I gotta figure out. Wait a minute, no. This is wrong. This goes on the third one. Okay. Transformer goes to this one. Or the black wire of the transformer goes here. And the red wire, what's this red wire? Well, I think it goes, okay, it's going to go, okay, now we need, okay, I've got it figured out now. All right, now we got to get our capacitors. Now the B1200 took two 30 microfarad capacitors in parallel, and the 1600 took two 40 microfarad capacitors in parallel. But they did have different boards. So this will tell me real quick what board do I want to install. I'm going to see what capacitors I've got, and based on that, that's the way we're going to. Tell me which board I'm going to use. I had a brain fart. All right, let me look over here. Alright, I've got two 30s in stock. Let me look one more spot. I don't see any 40s on hand anywhere, so we're going to just take this and keep it as a 1200. I think that's what he wanted to do anyways, but let's just go with it for now. All right, now we got to get this wiring finished up, and then we'll install that board. All right, so now I need some wire. We need to jumper the capacitors in parallel to wire them up together. And we just need a wire about that long, two of them that long. We'll get a couple of, we'll need 4 spade connectors to start with. Because I don't have any. I've got some green wire. We'll use green instead of black. I can't find my black wire. I don't see it sitting right here readily available, so we use green wire for the black side. Color of the wire really doesn't matter. As long as you put the right wire in the right spot. The wire could be clear with no color at all. As long as you put the wire in the right spot. It just helps for installation and knowing which wire goes to what spot. Helps that part of it out. But it really doesn't matter on anything else. So we need strip this back, bend that around. Need to be about that long. And then we'll go across here to here. So, let's see. I think this is right. If not, something doesn't seem right. Well, all we can do is plug the board in and see what happens. Now, the B1200 and 600, all that had a outside switch for high, medium, low. This one's not going to have that because I don't have that switch in stock. And it had a little pigtail thing that would plug in right here. Later versions got rid of all that. But we are going to put this, we have this bypass switch, basically does the same thing. We're going to flip it over to H for high, which is high power. We're going to slide this down right here. I have a feeling that something with these red wires isn't right. I don't know. It could work just fine. I may have to go back and look a little deeper. And I may have to make a part 2 video out of this. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens here. Because I still got to check the transformer and the output and all that fun stuff. Alright, so now we're going to take the power supply. We're going to connect it up to the positive negative here. This doesn't have an on-off switch either, so you turn power on, it should come right on. Let's see what happens. Alright, something not right still. Alright, so it is clicking, trying to, but we've got something wrong with the wiring here. Let me let's discharge the capacitors. Make sure you're not holding a charge while I'm start messing with things. So bleed that energy off. We're going to take this red wire, move it over to here. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, something's not right. Or his transformer's got an issue. I think the discharge side is not right. I don't think the wiring's correct on the capacitor for the wires over here. I think that's what my issue is. But at least I got the polarity right because it is coming on and trying to work. I don't have these memorized because we just don't get those 12 volt Gallagher's in for repair very often. Now this is a rebuilt board I thought was good. Let me just for the hell of it take this board out. We got a brand new B1200 board in stock. Let's plug it in place. See what happens now. Alright, that's not right. Let's take this wire, let's discharge stuff first. Got a little bit of spark to it. Let's take this wire, move it over to there, Try it again.